Okay, you've already double clicked on the CT teacher icon and typed in your user ID. District ID is 114. You're an employee. You're going to input your password. Make sure login external browser is selected and click on login. Your browser is going to open the default browser, and it may ask you if you want to allow block content, so go ahead and click on that if it does. And it may ask you if you want to let the application close your browser, and say yes to that as well. Select the school start date, the 14th. Click on search. Should populate with all your students that have enrolled. Click on setup. Career major course. System should populate with all your career majors and courses associated with those career majors. Click on setup. Select categories. Give it a second. So you can see that I've already selected mine, Lab 100 and Theory 100, because I just used the top level categories of Lab 60% and Theory 40%. So if you have categories or subcategories underneath those super categories, you're going to want to select enough lab activities, or sorry, lab weights to equal 100% and enough theory weights to equal 100%. Once you've accomplished that, you're going to click on Post. Click on the red X to exit out of that. Should return you to the career major course page. Select a course. I'm going to show you one I've already populated here first. So we'll select Fundamentals of Technology. Click on Plan of Study. And since we're doing categories, first thing you need to do is make sure that this calc field is set to C for categories instead of H for hours. Units of study and activities. The units of study are the top level where I have theory here. And I only did this because it gets it organized for me. And I created another unit called lab. You could just start with assignments if you wanted to. Or you could say, name it like you named your categories. Theory dash quiz 20% or something like that. Okay, that's one I've already done. And when you click on post, it will post it on all of your fundamentals of technology courses. Like all my majors include that course, so I'll show you up here on network security professional, fundamentals of technology. If I look at the plan of study, this is the same one I created for, I think I started with assistant network technician. And it automatically populated the other majors that had fundamentals of technology as one of its courses. So let me get out of that, and I will create one from scratch here. Let's do fundamentals of web design. So I selected fundamentals of web design, click on plan of study, and there is nothing there. First thing I need to do is select categories from the calc menu. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to create two units, one for theory and I click the plus sign next to this blue calc up here to get another field. And one for lab. So when I'm ready to populate with assignments, I'm going to click the plus sign over here next to theory. And these are my actual activities. So let's say First one is ACA Dreamweaver Chapter 1 exam. And since it's under theory, I'm going to leave 1 as it is, points as it is. And under the category, I'm going to select T Theory 100. So if I wanted to do one for lab, click the plus sign next to the lab entry, and let's do if I could type wireframe for chapter 1, and this is the lab, so I'm going to select the lab for that. Once I've accomplished that, I can click on post, exit out of it, and Fundamentals of Web Design is in both Web Designer and Webmaster, so let's make sure that it populated the Webmaster Fundamentals of Web Design. So I'm going to select Fundamentals of Web Design under the Webmaster major, click on Plan of Study, and it did. So I'll get out of that. And remember, this is where it gets tricky. Once I've populated this, I can go back to the search and select the students that I want to create plans of study for Fundamentals Technology or Fundamentals of Web Design. Those are the only 2 I've set up so far. But once you've done that, and you come back into, let's say, Web Designer, Fundamentals of Web Design, and the plan of study for that, and I add changes to this, I have to repopulate those students. And I'm not absolutely positive that it doesn't destroy gradebook stuff when you do that. Like recreate their plan of study if you do it from this screen. I think we may have to do them student by student, but I'll let you know that probably within the first week. And that's how you create a plan of study for your courses.